So as we can see, we are kind of expanding. We do have some liquidity below us, but this, with this strength of this move, I would expect us taking the highs again. Possibly putting manipulation on London, maybe on New York, you know, taking this liquidity or the highs, and then possibly rebalancing even lower. But now if you take a look on this accumulation, possible manipulation in the same time is rebalancing the range on the left. If you take FIP from the low of this and this high, we are kind of in the EQ and OT of the region. And I'm pretty sure if you also run this low to this high, we are, yeah, it will be also EQ. So right now we are basically in the EQ. I'm looking for more longs than shorts in the overall structure. So now evident scenarios, if we are bullish, if we are bearish, what needs to happen? If you are bullish, basically we dropped, we rebalance. So now what I need to see, OTE of this little range hold. Okay. Next thing, for longs, we need to close above the CISD level, or basically above that 2 candles. And yeah, we will see. It's basically new day opening, so yeah, can go a little forward. Yeah, accumulating. So now, if we want to be a little zoomed in, we could say if this is manipulation, this is turtle soup, this is fair swing. What I like to do personally, if I'm not sure about this is being the manipulation, soup, possible fair swing, I would like to see us basically closing above this level, creating the CISD, and from there I will be looking for possible entries. If you take a look on the line chart, because I know some of you guys are newer and it's easier on the lines, basically if we do have, in this example, possible manipulation, soup, fair swing, once we breach this level, I'll be looking for possible entries on the longs, you know. The same thing going for the shorts. Basically, if we do have possible manipulation of the highs, we are getting the turtle soup move, fair swing, and then about this closure. Basically, this example here, this is our manipulation, soup lower, fair swing, and closure right here is basically the trigger. Okay. Okay, so now we are doing exactly what I want to see. Basically, if this manipulation, I don't like this candle. Why? We have big wick and the big candle like this. Like I'm not a fan of this. But in overall PA, we just rebalance the range, and I still think that we are going higher. So if I'm looking for entry, this is the possible one. Since this is Asia, like the ranges are pretty small, we can do like 4 contracts right here. In terms of stop, CISD, it depends how CISD is printing. Right now, I would put my stop to the fair swing because I don't like us to go lower, you know. I don't want even see us tapping this region again. Like if you go to the 50% of this little range, I would be a little sketchy about the longs right now. In terms of TP, the low hanging fruit, if I'm correct, and we are going higher, the low hanging fruit should be at least this high. This first purple line that I get here. So we can go forward. Yeah, that's that's pretty good confirmation candle.
Yeah.
So now definitely I don't want to see us going back again. Like if we are going to flip this candle, that's really a red flag for us.
It's a nice soup.
Yeah, internal soup at the lows. So now we are starting little accumulation. Dimi, do you know if I can just turn off this replay bar in here? It's kind of just...
The replay bar?
Yeah, it's kind of... I don't like it there, you know. But I don't know.
I don't know, to be honest.
Probably not. Okay, I'll leave it there. So now, what's going on? Basically, we rebalance the range, the high range, we bounce off, and now we are in Q or the bearish range. From the high to the low, you can see that we are in the EQ, so it makes sense for us to get an accumulator right here. What I would like to see is basically us kind of manipulating the lows and then closure above this range right here would mean for me that we are definitely going higher. So now we will wait for a few next candles. Internal soup, another one, strong candle. So in perfect world, this candle should be the trigger one. Basically we soup the low again, this low should be protected for now. Now this candle is basically creating the CISD
Closure.
right here, closure
Okay.
above, yeah. And now I would like to see next one or two candles strongly closing above this high. So if you're waiting for confirmations, this zone right here will be your confirmation. If you want to be a little
Okay.
prematurely, this might be the good spot for a trade with your stop being actually this low.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can just type it here, crypto soup. So now, pretty good candle. We are still not closing above the range here. Now, we retested the CISD. We retested basically the fair value gap, inverse fair value gap. They are in the same zone. Pretty interesting to see.
Okay. Yeah.
And in the same time, we are closing above everything. So if I wouldn't be in the long right here, this is the next best spot I would say for our entries. Little retest, still holding. I don't like this. We are souping the highs. Internal soup. This is our confirmation. Yeah, we are definitely going
Nice.
higher. So now I will be looking basically above strong closure above this 9-minute candle.
Mhm.
And that will mean that we do have CISD on bigger model, or this is basically just on a bigger time frame. This is just candle being flipped. So now I'm basically convinced that we are going higher. There is one single possibility is that maybe we would have SMT at the highs and will not take it, but yeah, we'll see. Strong closure above it, retest. Again, if you're not in anything, this might be a pretty good spot for entries.
Me personally, if I'm not in anything, I wouldn't try to long this one right there.
Yeah, I mean it's premium, but it still makes sense for us to enter.
Yeah.
Like if you missed this one, if you missed this one, this still might play out, because right now if this is accumulation and this is manipulation, it still makes sense for us to go higher at this point.
Mhm.
Okay, so now we retested that bigger CISD, retested it, we are running higher. We also can see that right here this is just kind of LR, so wouldn't be so worried about here. Pretty good candles. This this candle closing above these two candles, creating another kind of CISD. So now internal soup at the highs, strong scary candles. Many questions. Do we have manipulation in here? Does it look like manipulation for you guys?
Not really.
Yeah, not to me.
Yeah, so there is basically no reason for us to, just get out of this trade. So now, if we are still bullish, I would like to see us hold 50% of this range from this low, this protected low, to this high. Why I'm saying it? Because this candle is, we just soup the liquidity and it's strong candle, so I expect that it will, just rebalance a little bit. Okay. Right now I can see that we are kind of building that LR at the highs. And we are actually just kind of we are bouncing from this order block on the left, and yeah, this order block is also on the CISD line. Doesn't mean anything, just yeah, just what I think. I'll delete these lines so it will be cleaner for us. Okay, I'll delete also this and this. Okay. Okay. From this candle alone, this looks like trigger candle for us. We sub the low, strong closure of this high. So again, the next candle or two should be just rippers right here. Strong closure above this little accumulation or above this little zone would be confirmation for higher. And then I would be looking for that first 6 to 5 region. There it is. With this candle alone, you could enter along here, stop, below that zone or below
The soup.
below that soup at the lows. Yes, I'll just mark it out so everyone could see it. So now, yeah, the next candle should be just displacing higher. Nice. Internal soup. Strong candle, basically flipping this red one. This itself could be another entry for longs. With the stop being low of that candle. Ripper. Nice. So with the speed of these candles, I'm kind of convinced, like, yeah, we took this one, but with this candle, I'm more than sure that we'll take also this one. Kind of bouncing out of it. We are still holding the order block on the left, still holding the EQ of the overall range. There it is.
Always higher.
It's always higher, yeah. So now, accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Again, we are kind of my first TP that I was looking at, so we can take 50% off. What I like to do after first TP, I'll just put my stop loss to break even and just go from there. So now with this type of candles, do we have manipulation? I don't think so right now. We need to see more for that. But yeah. Draw should be higher still. We can also delete these purple lines. Looking on the left, I would need to go probably to, yeah. There's a little liquidity, yeah, okay. Also what I can see, we're kind of building LR on the lows, so this brings me the idea that maybe the New York will open lower, or not open lower, but sometimes in New York, even AM or PM will take this liquidity. Or maybe even in London, we'll see. Again, do we have manipulation? I don't think so. For me, we are still basically holding that 50% EQ of the range, you know. There is nothing to be bearish about right now. We tapped 50%. Bouncing out of it, yeah.
Hola.
Hello, hello.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Necesito para recoger una orden a nombre de Daniel, por favor. Gracias.
Okay, so now I can see that we'll take the highs at least one more time. I don't see this being a manipulation. I want to see us take the high one more time.
Gracias.
Possible LR at the highs. And yeah. Sub at the highs.
So now
Three
that
consecutive candles. Yeah.
looks more manipulation.
Yes, yes, yes. We have 3 consecutive candles. Sub at the high. So could be manipulation. So now right now, this is the last spot for longs, you know. Basically CISD right here, OTE of the range. Or it may be EQ, to be honest, I'm not sure. Yeah, EQ, OTE. Alright, so with this candle, yeah, the draw is still higher. Creating the CISD right here, 2 AM is opening. So right now I can see that we'll take that 700, basically 699 region, you know. It's the next draw. Also, I would like to say that this is the next possible entry for longs, but the stop will be pretty huge even for, yeah, mainly for like Asia. But it looks good. Basically, we are still respecting the bullish order flow. The draw should be still higher. This candle itself created at CISD right here, and from this PA you would like to see us just going straight to the target, not wobbling around, you know, just yeah, pure rockets. Retest, candle closing higher. Another sort of retest. Still we are drawing higher. Retested fair value gap at, there we go.
Nice.
Yes, perfect. So now we can take another off. And now it kind of depends, like, what are we going to do here? So now we took the liquidity. This is not like, it's not a rebalance, it's just, you know, little accumulation, and we took internals one more time. We sub that, we are not able to close for now above it. So right now, if you are long bias, I need to see, you know, another strong candles above this high. If not, this might be a top for a moment. Again, we took external, we took internal, and now we can at least rebalance, if not take, you know.
Yeah, because also it's a lot of LR, right?
Yes, yes, yes. That's also the thing.
And we technically never rebalance the whole range.
Yes, and also 2 a.m. is opening high, you know.
Hmm.
This all depends, like, at what range are you know looking at, because the internal ones we rebalanced them, but the external one we did not rebalance yet. So now this could be the same thing that happened basically right here. You know, as I told you, I would like to see accumulation manipulating the low and then closing higher. This could be the same thing. Or with this kind with this candle we could, you know, this could be the high, the protected. Manipulation, soup, fair swing, and now we are going lower. We'll see. We are entering that EQ. I want to say, like, before this candle printed, like, I don't like the speed of these candles, you know.
Hmm.
We retested the EQ, we tapped the OTE, but the speed of it, it's kind of sus. Like with this candle, it's still possible they will close higher, but this looks just, you know, we are kind of like drawing to something. Internal soup or internal sweep at the highs. Right. I don't like it anymore. I'll exit all my longs right here. And if you're looking for another opportunity, again, we took external, we took internal, we rebalanced the range, and now I don't want to say like this is manipulation. I don't see this being, you know, the overall top. But if you're looking for something, could be manipulation, soup, fair swing, and now this should be the spark for bigger retracement, possible tapping at 2 a.m. Also, the move from 2 a.m. it's straight up, so I would expect us, you know, to at least retest it at 2 a.m. Just straight up, straight down kind of situation. Also, this is something that I was showing to you guys like a few months ago. Like if you have move like this, it's usually you will have the soup at the OTE or the previous range, and then thrown candles, basically just
Nice call.
just sparking the move. So we'll see if it is going to play out. Kind of just closing below this
OB.
2 green, yeah. OB-CISD, doesn't matter how you call it. Also, sub at the high, closure below the CISD, retest, and now we should spark the move potentially. Looks like little accumulation, but we are taking the internal high. Basically, we are not souping the lows. Yeah, we did not soup it. We soup the high. The lows are holding. We soup the low. Yeah, I want to say, like, I would like to see this high being untacked, and this candle is basically just telling us that we are going lower.
It's a little red flag, right?
Yeah, I don't like this reaction. Basically, internal soup. Internal soup, basically creating that order block. Quote unquote CI. No, it's not CID, it's just one candle, but you know what I mean.
Mhm.
So, like right now, I can't see us, like my entry point will definitely get tapped. It depends if I want to take my stop loss and put it to break even or not. So right now, next candle or two should do it. Retest, retest. I'll put the I'll put the break
Yeah.
even, and the next candle will do it. But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So now, what's happening right here? Like, to be honest, like we are still bearish. We are still kind of like in the OT of the bearish range right here.
Mhm.
The internal ones could go a little higher, but I don't see us right now taking this high. This should be still protected for now. Possible like three highs lower, three drive. One high, second, third, and then possibly just expanding. A large wick. You can see by these candles, if you don't get FU candle right now to the highs, we should go lower at least one more time. Ugly candles. Finally something. So now I would like to see us going lower. There is no speed. No speed. Internal soup. Strong candle. It's kind of sketchy for me. I would like to see us stepping that 2 a.m., And it's kind of sketchy for me that we did not do that for now. But if we would be able to close above this 306 mark, I would like to see us expand even higher. Because also, like, if you take a look on here, there's just LRR at the highs. So once we close above this little region, that's the ISD, I would like to see us stepping that high again. We are not able to close above it. We just soup the highs again. Still not closure I would like to see. Falling lower. Internal soup right there. Also we are in OTE of this little range right here. So now possibilities. If we are bullish, I would like to see again closure above that 306. If we are bearish, I need to see strong closure below these lows. Because right now this low should be protected. That's 310. Of course, if we are bullish. If not, that's the liquidity. Nice. So now, if you are bullish, this should be the spark of the move again. So we can enter right here. The stop is going at the low. Confirm. Again, I would like to see us right now taking the high right here. Sometimes it doesn't happen. Sometimes it will take like the second high or the first high and actually reverse it again. but we'll see how we'll react. Strong candle. Retesting that CISD. Closure above 323 candle. It's another confirmation for us. OT of the bearish range. Ugly candles.
And he's holding.
Yeah, kind of LRR at the highs. breakout. 335. Internal soup. Kind of good candle, but we are still inside the range. The range high being the high of 323 and the range low being the wick of 320. What's that? 332. That's the candle. That's the confirmation. Again, little accumulation. 50% of the range from range low to range high. Was it? I don't lie to you guys. It was nearly 50%. Yeah. And now we are finally taking that high. So, get to close this. Alright. 3 consecutive candles. Soup at the high. Big reaction. If it is manipulation, we need to see strong closure below this low, creating the potential CISD. I mean, we close below it. Is it strong? Not really. Soup. Could you enter out of it? Yes, if you think this is manipulation, this is your entry, but your stop needs to be at high. Small candles. You can see the difference between these two red candles, or black for me, and these little candles right here. This is the same exact thing that was happening where it was. Okay, I don't find it right now, but it's kind of the same thing. Like, we are reaching to the OTE. I expect that I will take eternal soup right there and then strong candle.
Good. Yeah.
Kind of something like this, but I would like to see more internal soup at the high. Now we are closing below it. So now, if it is manipulation, soup fair swing, this should be the spark of the move. Do I expect that they will take, these lows right here? Not really, but I can expect that they will at least rebalance. Also, if we want to play SDs, like the SDs bring us, to these lows right here. So, I mean, it will make sense to rebalance it at least.
Yeah. Or now to take that 2 AM.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it makes sense. Stop needs to go to the high by DJ's teachings. There is fair value gap, so your stop should be the swing
Right over there, yeah.
there. But for me, if we will take this high, then my idea gets kind of inversed, I wouldn't be short biased anymore if you take this high. In terms of TPs, the low hanging fruit right now, I would like to see us stepping this internal equal lows right here. And then basically that should be the first TP, and then the runner should go maybe lower. internal soup. Closing the order block, pushing lower. Okay. With the speed of this candle, again my entry point will get tapped probably. But we kinda lucky that distribution lower, like there is no speed now. This could be just rebalance of this bullish range, but we will see. Closing higher, retest. No, okay. So this wasn't my manipulation. It was just start of the rebalance of this little range right here. We took some liquidity, push higher, basically went back to the OT of this little range, and this candle is kind of a confirmation that we should go higher. Retest, retest, push. This is your confirmation for higher. I just didn't saw it. Okay. I'll go a little faster right now because it's pretty late for me.
Yeah, we can be done soon if you want, by the way.
I would like to get to the newer open, you know, but LRR took it 50%.
Fast forward it if you want. It's alright.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out like if there will be something extra, you know. Not really. Like right now, I would like to see. I prefer more shorts to take this liquidity on the lows. Basically, LRR, we take the liquidity, went back to the OTE. If we get strong candle closure below these lows, could be spark of something. Just accumulation. Possible candle. Like there is, in terms of DJ mode and you know so and so, there is nothing there right now. But this candle could be the start. Weak expansion. Yeah, you need to see the next candles being displacement right here. Internal soup. The same candle closing below these two candles. Okay, 6 AM opening. We go a little faster right now. Accumulation. Expanding lower, taking some liquidity. So now, from low to the high, we are already at 50%. What is the OT? We are in the 50% of the range, 3 consecutive candles, sub at the low. I mean, this looks pretty good. Again, so now I'm not sure if this is manipulation. If I'm not sure if this is manipulation, I'm waiting. If this is my manipulation for longs, this is my turtle soup, and now we should be creating that fair swing. We can put the OTE from the low right here to the high, and now we are waiting. If I will get strong closure about this point, I might enter the trade. Internal soup, we are souping the highs right now. With these small candles, it's there, but it's small for me. If you get strong candle closure, I would be in, but this is just small. Yeah, there we go. Dobranoc. Oh, sorry guys, I'm back. So now, I missed my original entry. The next step for longs would be closure above this order block right here. So right now, I missed my original entry. I don't want to, go lower, rebalance this right now. So if I'm entering right here, out of kind of breakout, my stop is the order block low, or could be this candle low. And now in terms of targets, the low hanging fruit should be at least this high. That's the low hanging fruit. But again, if I'm correct and this is main manipulation right now, we should be taking the highs again. If we are still bullish and so on, yeah.
Oh, so we have the equal highs over there, like 3 equal highs pretty much.
You mean this one?
No, right above the swing that you just put to the right. A little bit down.
Yeah.
Yes, those three. Yeah.
Yeah, also good spot for TP, and also it's 6 AM opening. So I mean, this may be more probable than this one. Good candles, good start. Candle closing above this, basically also 50% of this little range right here. Still looking good. Big candle. Soup. So we went back to the internals, and now we need to see closure above this high. To accumulation. Candle bodies are closing higher. Nothing crazy. There is the candle. With this candle, I'm pretty much sure that it will take the high. If the next candle won't flip it, yeah. Okay, there we go. So now this could be the trade itself, just low hanging fruit. We can wait for a bit and see if it take these highs or 50% of this low to this high. Still okay. We are souping the highs. I'm not a huge fan of it. Yeah, okay. Internal soup right there. The next candle I would like to see us opening higher or closing higher. Right, closing above the range right here, which is also really nice to see. So now I would like to see us going to these highs right now. Alright, yeah, we took it. So now, depends of your, risk management, all of that. We'll be content right now. We'll close this. But this looks great for, yeah, some bigger move even. delete this purple line, so we already took it. And since it's pre-market, I don't trade pre-market. I will go a little faster out here. Also possible manipulation. Okay, we took the high. Nothing crazy right here. Also time-wise, was 8:30 manipulation possible? It is manipulation, soup, possible fair swing, strong closure from SD point. SD -2 take, basically that swing of 722. Okay. Higher picture, rebalance. Okay. Also we are building LRR right here, which brings me idea that market open my open higher, basically taking the liquidity right there.
Also put the fair swing in.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But also it is manipulation, no? Because if we want to do zoomed in, manipulation, soup, fair swing, and now we are distributing, basically this being the first fair value gap tap, you know? First fair value gap held, and basically we are now displacing lower, and now it's just time distortion, like accumulation right here, and waiting for the 9:30 to open. That's 9:30. No, it's not. Okay.
No, 925 candle.
I mean, I hate 925 and 928. Those two candles. If you are in the markets longer, you know, like those two candles bring pretty big liquidity with them. Just for pure market structure point of stand, you know, like this candle swooping to low, CISD right here. I would like this if it will meet 925.
Yeah, because it can flip.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah, I saw it multiple times. Like 925 will do some extreme move, and the next candle or two will just flip it. So I don't like the time, but just, you know, if you show me this chart and I want to see a time, like we take the liquidity, internal soup, strong candle closure, I would like to see us going higher and taking the high again. Just looking at this, you know. It's 926. Okay. So now we are retesting the CISD. I would like to see us hold that region if you are actually bullish. 928, so with the next two candles we'll see if you, yeah, okay, 929. If we would get strong closure above this order block, or possible order block, it might be the bet. 930, okay. And now, okay. So now, if this I'm always asking myself this question: if this manipulation, like, did we take a liquidity? Yes, we kind of did. Sub at the low, CISD. We are holding that CISD right now. Yes, it's 930, but 930 is just liquidity injection. If we have clear draw, which right now I do have, it's this high for me, possible, you know, this high. Like, there is nothing wrong with us entering the market open. I don't, you know, advise it for the newer guys. Like, I know, hike for you, like, I would advise to enter the market open. I would wait for the first macro at least. So, but right here, if you want to enter, we can. Our stop, again, by DJ's teachings, you can't put it here because we are in the fair value gap, basically in the PD array. But I would like to see this candle low being the protected low. Since we took the liquidity, we basically rebalance this little range. So in my mind, if we get back inside of it, we may be actually more bearish than bullish. So now I'll put my stop loss at a low. The first TP for me will be that 834 candle, and the next TP either 352 or possibly 754. It will depend. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this thing sometimes with market open, the next candle basically just leave a huge wick and it will reverse on you.
Yeah, that wick is gonna scare me though. Most likely I'll close the trade if I just see the wick like this.
For sure, absolutely. So now we can actually close one. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Yeah, okay. We can close one and we can put our trade to break even. So now we'll basically just, going to take probably that high.
So how does somebody like to be demonstrating
Okay. Swooping the high.
The Lamborghini GT is both beautiful and high performing. It's a touring car that is
Now we're
fast.
actually taking the liquidity. Okay, so now basically, the main target that I had was taken, so we can close the trade right here.
Nice.
I will also take off these liquidity points right here. Again, just me being too zoomed in. This could be a top for a moment at least, and now it could expand lower again, just from pure, market structure right here. Possible top. Now I'd like to see us at least rebalance. And if you would be able to close below this little order block,
That would be bearish, right?
that would be bearish, and then I would be looking at taking that a low of 925 at least, because I don't think that it will take that 653. If you are really bearish, we might. But then this would need to be like a bigger shift,
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. But right now, like, there is basically no entry for you guys, like only one possible CISD right here. CISD retest and then flashing. But their stop is huge. If you would enter right here, like per minimum your stop at least like 16 points, which is not that bad, but you should have your stop at least at this high, which is 30.
This is gonna be double.
Yeah, that's kind of rich for me.
Thank you.
So now we should actually go lower once we close below here. We are stopping at little night. Yeah, we are stopping the market open. Okay. And now we do that 925. We stupid, we are retesting what that 2 a.m. Yeah, 2 a.m. Little accumulation. So now again we are inside the range. If you are bullish, I would like to see us breaking above the high of the range. If you are bearish, I would like to see us breaking below of it. just from pure structure, I would like to see us going even lower, taking the high or taking the low again, and then possibly put manipulation in and possibly taking the high again. I don't know. Okay.
Also 10 a.m. coming up. There you go.
Yeah, there we go. 10 a.m. Yeah. So now I would be bullish if we would have SMT right here at these lows. Since we did not sweep it, I'm not bullish yet. Even though like the 10 a.m. looks like we are going at least to 50% of this range. If there would be SMT right here with this type of the candle, this could be the possible entry for something for long. Okay, so we now should be like in the maybe OT of the region even. From the high to the low. No, it's EQ. Okay. Alright, so now what's going on? Basically, we rebalanced the range from this swing high to swing low. Basically, we rebalanced the bearish range, and now we are in the OT of the bullish range. So this is the last spot that the bulls can step in and basically just reverse the market again. Also, we are retesting this little R block right here. So I can see like us taking the high again. At least this one. I'm not sure about this one yet. If you would be able to get strong closure with this little 1002 bar, that's possible, like, entry for longs targeting that 940 high again. Good start. Two small candles. We can see like these two candles and these two are pretty different. Like, there is no strength in here. So the next candle or two should do the work. Yeah, now we having strong closure here. So we can enter a trade right here. Again, there is a fair gap PDRA. Our stop should be at least 10 candle by DJ teachings, by ICT teachings. For me, if I'm correct, we should not go back to that 10-12 candle low. So I will put my stop loss right there. And I would like to see us expand higher right now. Retesting. Sub at a high. Yeah. Internal sub. Strong closure. We should go higher. Okay, little accumulation. Sub at the high. I'm not a huge fan of that. Sub at the low. This candle closing above that little
Confirmation.
Yeah, confirmation. But confirmation for what for us taking this
for higher.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Not a huge fan of that candle, but I'm a huge fan of this one. And now maybe. Here we go.
Nice. Beautiful.
Beautiful. Yeah. Okay, guys, but I will leave you with this. I need to go sleep. So
Yeah, that was enough though. Yeah, much appreciate that.
Of course.
That was really helpful.
Good. It was very good. Helpful.
But for that, guys, yeah.
Get some rest, and tomorrow's another day.
Yeah, tomorrow's another day, guys.
Appreciate that, Pitbull. Yeah.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. Perfect.
All right. So
Alrighty.
thank you, guys, and see you tomorrow.
See you.
Nice one, yeah.
See you, brother.
Thank you, man.
Have a good night.